Hello, welcome to Gogogen Show. Once again, we're on this is the secondary video for Covfefe. As I've explained in my first video, we're gonna be trying to attack Jeff the Trumpers once we just give our soldiers some target practice here and just have some fun while Jeff the Trumpers gets back online and becomes a more worthy opponent for me to kill. Let's go to research and still waiting on my Vesuvian technology. I have a high degree of population and defense points here. Our shields. Shielding. Shielding is pretty holding steady. I need to start producing more defenses so I don't, because I've recovered my territories. I've essentially recovered all territories lost in the recent attacks. And someone wrote to me here, so done. These nuts, please stop attacking me! Please stop attacking me! Please stop attacking me! And I've been teasing. I've been teasing Jax here. I'm gonna write down Disco. No, they're reviewing Discovery. Star Trek Discovery for a third season. Disco. Remove your testicles and eyes, and put your testicles where your eyes were, and your eyes where your testicles were. And that's a sick demented reference to a Cards from Humanity game. Wrote down Disco. I'm gonna remove your testicles and eyes and put your testicles where your eyes were and your eyes where your testicles were. And then wear it as a hat. And I wrote down, I got, oh, I wrote down, and then wear it as a hat. No, wait, I think I also wrote down something along the lines of, oh, I'm gonna eat your foreskin, and then wear it as a hat. Where's the hat? So I'm gonna check these nuts and remove them from the game just for fun. Please stop attacking me. So I wrote that. I responded. What did I respond with? I think I responded with, "I'm not attacking you." Stop attacking me. I'm not attacking you. I said I also arsoned his kingdom for at least two arson points. So let's go to these nuts here. Put these nuts in your mouth. Put these nuts in your mouth. And that's a reference to Romeo Must Die by Jet Li, where the gangsters have a 2-1 and then maybe 200 tanks just for laughs. Boop, boop. Our scans success. Planets 200, civilians 268. That's platinum 4070. 14 for platinum 14,172 and energy 2,800. 2,880. Honor 0, because I get no honor for killing off my own team members. I've lost 111 fighters, dragoons, and tanks. Our scans report we killed 0 enemy units. The battle begins quickly. The forces arrive and fight the enemy kingdom. The enemy kingdom put it defended. A bloodbath begins as their forces randomly fire into the massive army. They're quickly overrun and the victory is yours. They're going ah! They're going ah! Behind cover, when you're playing Wolfenstein or World War II games, and the Nazis go hiding behind cover and just shooting over the edge in your general direction. That's what I can envision them doing, screaming ah! So exploring 86 acres of land, and I got some or planets of land. I might as well start building up my Mazda of soldiers here. 365, 539 soldiers are in boot camp. So I'll come back in a few hours later and then continue to him. Giống như tình, giống như tình. Game, TV game. See, he's got this high honor, so I'm not gonna let him get away with this shit. You know, what I mean, if I'm gonna have to have low honor, he's gonna have to have low honor. Then I'm gonna hit him 3 more times and a couple more times, and he'll be to a point where he can't really recover properly, and then I'll just totally mess with him. Then I'm gonna overrun Jax. I'm gonna keep on attacking Jax. I'm gonna keep on attacking Wrecker and just removing these assholes from the game. And I'm slowly catching up. I've slowly catching up to Wake and Bake here. So once Wake and Bake here, once I get my fighters online, then it's gonna be on, right? Please stop attacking me. I'm not attacking you. So I'm gonna destroy him and capture more of his land. Eliminate him from the game, eliminate Record from the game, eliminate Jax from the game. Then I'm gonna go to Death to Trumpers and eliminate them from the game as well. I don't want anyone playing this game. I mean, I'm such a cyber bully, you know. I mean, I'm such a cyber bully. I have to make sure these players are active players, though. They could be just a farm, or they could be just been, you know. It's a good thing to see a Record's an active player. You know, he's trying to recover after I hit him a couple of times, and there's Death the Trumpers. Death the Trumpers is down here. So once Death the Trumpers gets offline, then I'm gonna just nuke his kingdom. People say I have autism. Well, I do have autism. I mean, like, I love. I mean, you think you can hurt me by saying I have autism? Let's see. I basically keep on writing all over my Facebook my plans of becoming super rich, writing the next Harry Potter book about some hardworking families that are just recovering in the going to night school and just recovering, and fictional stories about the hardworking students based on all the students that I've been working with, my classmates that I've been working with. Write their story and basically write my own story because I'm disabled and you know, I'm autistic and disabled and I'm recovering myself. So call me. I'm referring to this person here. We go to forums, public forums here. No, you go down to what was it? Well, you go down to this way. Look what I found her. He'll say refuses to connect. This is because I've been blocked on it. So yeah, I could just get a VPN and just make myself a new kingdom and totally be a team killer and start posting again that I'm a team killer and you know. But someone wrote down look what I found or something. It's down here. Uh, look what I found. Oh, can't because I'm well. If I could access it, I could access this at school, and it's just some guy writing down, "Oh, look, it's a random it's a random Asian. He's an Asian autistic guy. He's just an Asian autistic guy. Yes, I just wrote that about me. So yes, I'm autistic. I'm Asian, but you know, you can call me Asian. You can call me a nerd all you want. I mean, that's just gonna make me study harder, and you know, like I mean, I'm not gonna show you how much money I have in this envelope here, but it's quite a bit. It's just an empty envelope. Don't worry. I'm a broke ass Asian poor Asian student. No, and I gotta take all the money I make from class and whatnot or school and whatnot, and just build myself a small shrine to all my school notes. That's how Asian I am. That's how all these school notes in the back here, all these move the see all those school notes in the back. All these school notes in the front. This is school notes I'm writing down here. All this stuff on the floor. So you know, my textbooks on the floor. You know, right there. Well, I'm so Asian that I'm so Asian. This is how I make school notes. I'm so nerdy and so Asian and autistic that I write down every word for the chapter in my own language or in my own English version of English. See, here's the pages already. I've already written them, both sides. You know, both sides. And then because I've suffered for them for such a long time, that I'm so Asian that I suffered through all my studies for such a long time that well, what can I say? I'm Asian. That I'm going to enshrine them. I'm going to encapsulate them into an ancient shrine and China of all places. Seriously, in China of all places. Maybe and then and whoever reads it it's all in English. They're like, "What's all this shit? It's all in English." They don't speak a word of Chinese. Well, I don't speak a word of. I do speak a few words of Chinese, uh, but I don't really read it. So they kind of be like wondering what the hell, why the hell it's all in English and stuff. And but that's where the fortune comes from. You know, Grandpa gave all his fortune to all his surviving adult children. And then my mom has it, so she's gonna give her fortune to me and my brother. Most likely my brother, mostly. But me and my brother. I am going to add my own personal fortune to that, which is originally from my mom, from my grandma. This is how the Chinese get so rich in the first place. Is they keep on adding and adding to the grand treasury that is the family clan system, and they occasionally send back things, send resources back home. They also send resources to any surviving members out there who are still alive and still kicking. And our clan was hit pretty hard by natural tragedies, living in the mountains of the redneck China. So we've come a long way. I mean, my great great grandpa, was a Penn State IT. He was working at telephones. He was studying electric telecommunications. This is before the internet. This is when before ATT. This is when it was all telegrams and Morse codes, and this is before all ham radios, all the stuff of the 60s, 30s, and 50s. So this is what he was a pioneer of doing this in China, a pioneer, and he studied all this really high tech shit. Well, it's very primitive, of course. Pick up the phone, down, down for pizza, right? But back then, uh, this was the internet back then. These phones. Um, in fact, the internet used to be connected to the phone. Now it's connected to cable. Now it's connected to satellites. Now connected to the cloud or whatever. Soon we connected into our oon bodies. Soon we'll be the internet ourselves. That's gonna be my great 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 grandson's problem. Uh, or problem was to implement that. In the meantime, I plan to uh, the CCP is not going anywhere. The Gongxingdang is going to rule. The Gongxingdang, the KMT party, the Taiwan China. The Gongxingdang is going to rule. There's multiple on. It'll be really interesting to eventually see when China actually has elections, or even if Hong Kong is going to be, you know, I mean, China is an awesome country in regards to very powerful, very rich. It's pull a lot of my people out of poverty, but it's a dictatorship. There's no democracy there. Taiwan, there's a democracy, but it's not real tight. But it's not a real country yet. It's like a regional autonomous state or something. And I'm thinking that Macau and China or Hong Kong should be run in the same way as autonomous, loyal but autonomous treaty with a treaty. You know that they accept that China's the power, China's the home world of our people. I myself I'm a Cantonese Chinese. I'm still Han, but I'm also Cantonese Chinese. It's like comparing an Albertan to all of Canada. It's like we're still Canadians, but we're Albertans. We have Albertan DNA, that kind of thing. And it's like comparing, say, a New Yorker to Illinois, Chicago, Illinois, or New Yorker to a Pennsylvanian. I'm talking the states. You're still American. You're still living up there in the patriotic states, but you're still different. You have your own. It's like comparing a New Yorker to a Los Angeles or Californian. The state again, the state. Um, Both are still admitted into the Union of America. So, I mean, but you're still very loyal to America, but you're still your own place. NorCal, SoCal, SoCal. I say this because I have relatives in the states as well. So this is just in my head. This is just some projects that I'm going in my head. Definitely doing the ayahuasca filming before I become a parent. I've got to get rid of this DNA, these DNA impurities that I've inherited, so my kids can have my kids, their progeny as well for next several generations, uh, before familiar mutations erases your own. You only last seven generations before the DNA keeps on. If there is kids, of course. If you choose not to have kids, then that particular lineage will end. That particular branch will, like clippers. Uh, Hopefully, I still am young enough to finish my education and provide for my kids. Um, and like I said, wealth related Chinese. What was I going with all this? Chinese. Oh yes. Uh, you know, with the Chinese people, I'm going to be building my shrine. Yeah, go back to China, all the way back to the ancient China, the ancient neighborhood. So I'm going to be building all these shrines to my education, like in a Zoltan Cool kind of a way. Diablo Zoltan Cool from the Diablo games. He's a wizard, and a Nephilim wizard who's a mortal human who kind of built all these shrines and uh, all these different archives to empower himself. And that's what I plan to do. I plan to get some money going, penny stock trading, finishing my education, getting a pension, adding that to the my parents' fortune, so I can provide for future generations and whatnot. And whichever whichever family member is floating around the ecosystem still in need of training, or in need of aid, you can always come to me. I'll try to help them out and whatnot. I'm a very generous person. I like to help people out because it empowers me, it gives me experience too. So it's not like I'm only giving and not getting anything back. I'm getting something back in return. You're giving me a chance to practice my skills. You're giving me a chance to communicate. You're giving me a chance to activate my executive functioning, which keeps this sucker alive until the fat in my body, my autistic fat Asian balding guy, as you guys keep on saying, calling me, will eventually pop and all my heart will go everywhere and come go. So yeah. Um, Hopefully I'll be able to finish my education, get something done, make something of myself a little bit, even for a few years. That'll make me really really awesome, and definitely clean out my genetic impurities. The Chinese believe that this is also proven by epigenetics, the science of epigenetics. The environment you live in, would it be a very rough house, or maybe a or war zone, or maybe you've been sexually assaulted, or physically assaulted, or mentally assaulted in the past. This creates the fight or flight syndrome, fight or flight situation, and these neurotransmitters are related to that particular autonomic feature of the autonomic function of your nervous system. Uh, your nerves are exposed to that, and your nerves get mutated and twisted, so you're more defensive. You're more of a fighter or fighter. Um, and this is why this is the nature of PTSD too. Memories are strengthened. Neurons are strengthened when steroids and other neurotransmitters related to adrenals, steroids, cortisol, or nurture the brain, but they nurture the brain in a very hypersensitive, hyperdefensive way, hence fight or flight. and this is why people sometimes are very temperamental. You must be forgiving them because you don't know what life they live. The homeless person, you don't know which young person kicked the shit out of them, or which or why they're out there because of no one wants to live in the dirt. No one wants to live in smelly places as refuse. No one wants to do that. If you want to, if you want to see people want to live that, go ahead. Be my guest. Go ahead. Don't do that because I'll just make my job, the social worker's job, more harder. So the idea is to nurture trust, nurture humanitarian humanities into them, make them feel love again, make them feel positive. All this Martin Seligman positive reinforcement, positive cool shit that we're learning in psychology. Just starts nurturing them, starts spirituality, starts loosening them up. They start to feel less vigilant. They start to feel more relaxed. So you have a home that people have a home to live in. So So this goes back to inner demons. We all go through shit in life. Some people go through worse shit. We all also, but the thing is, these alter our genetics too, epigenetics. This alters our DNA. This alters our DNA to be more defensive. Um, a lot of shit. Our DNA is very, very fragile to a lot of exposure to the chemical world out there, and neurochemicals is chemicals. It could be alcoholism. It could be addictions. Once you start messing around with the sugar, um, the GABAs, the nervous system, then that's how. Then in a way, that explains how parents are able to pass on their demons, their fears and stuff. Because technically, we are our parents' body. We're an extension of our parents' body. We are a hybrid of both parents. Okay, and then hybrids of when you go up the branch of when you go down the branch, I meant to say. When you go further down the branch, and your descendants are ascendant, and your descendants are rooted down there. All that, all that bad stuff and good stuff, like I said, for the past several generations, are your body. You're your grandpa's body, basically. This is not my hair. This is my grandpa's hair. Both grandparents' hair, or their grandparents, great grandparents' hair. Blah 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 blah. Up to Adam and Eve. And so therefore, in China, I mean, I plan to start taking some ayahuasca to at least get some of that gunk out, so my kids, my grandkids, if any, or if I'm still fertile enough, who knows? That's my dream, anyways. To make sure my kids are very more healthy, so they don't look like me. Very obese, very Jabba the Huttish, very mm, gooberish. We're coming up to our 25-minute mark, so I'm going to shut it down here. This is just some. I just came out of class, so this is what's been going through my mind when I'm writing these notes and stuff, and the coffee's wearing off. So, like I said, who knows, my son, maybe my grandson, might be addicted to coffee because of me. I don't really drink coffee. I don't really like it because it has this effect on my head. I don't really drink because it does that to my head as well. It does feel good at first, but then when it starts entering when it starts entering the termination phase of the drug course, of the time course of whatever narcotic you take, then that's where you get punished a lot. You burn off a lot of neurons. It feels good. You have you eat good food. You drink a little. You smoke a little. Eventually, you're gonna have to pay. And you pay in a lot of fatigue. You pay in a lot of you just feel blah. The neurotransmitters don't work anymore because the neurotransmitters have been exhausted. So yeah, fun for the next few days trying to restore everything, right? This is the nature of addictions too. This is one of the supporting of there's lots of causes of addiction, uh, genetics, physiological, psychological addictions. If people do what people do, people don't want to kill themselves. People want to stay alive as possible, so they'll exhaust all avenues, all venues of keeping yourself feeling good. And in my case, keeping myself feeling good is team killing you people. So that's Miss Me. I mean, if you managed to watch the whole of this video, you guys are awesome. You guys are awesome people. But like I said, this is pretty much. I'm pretty much gonna keep a reg. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna pretty much keep a record of all. I should have deleted most of these records. I need to. That's the reason why I have these records in the first place. These videos in the first place is that so from now on, I'm gonna keep. I'm not gonna delete the records. I'm gonna keep these records online, and I'm gonna keep them online, and because that's the whole point. That's the whole point of these of having a backup, having a really cool backup is because you want to keep these as records. And I'm gonna store these in a. I'm gonna make these records, and I'm gonna store them in the archives. Make two copies, one at home and one in that archive in a waterproof, because it is Asia, so there's lots of water, moisture in the air, lots of humidity. The humidity will break up the electronics over the years, so I'm gonna have to keep that in a vault like a. And this is me essentially. It's my library. This is my stuff. I haven't been to the village. I'm not from the village. I've never. I'm not from there. I'm not from Guangzhou or Shuayin or wherever the hell some song sung in Harngha. I'm not from that place. Uh, it's just pretty much just Balzac, Alberta, or some small place, Dildo, Newfoundland, basically. Uh, there's actually a place called Dildo, Newfoundland, but the idea is that these are my records. I'm gonna try and keep them intact. I'm gonna try and these are all over YouTube. So eventually, when YouTube breaks down, then um, I hope that there's some archive out there that's archiving this. I mean, archivists out there who are archiving this YouTube videos. And this is humanity. I mean, if you want to record if you want to record what real humans are like, this is it. For future anthropologists, future aliens who want to know our civilization. And I'm a cyber bully because bullying, yeah, that's part of our culture, and I'm part of it. And I want this game to die out. I want this. Well, eventually this game is going to die out. So I'm going to kill off these nuts and record here and Jax. I'm going to kill off Jax, and I'm going to kill off Death to Trumper, Death to Trump, and hopefully Wake and Bake will keep on screwing up and going down to. He's been hovering. He can't seem to break past this mark here. 50 58,000 is usually 508,000 is 508,000 is pretty much where he's left off at. So yeah, have yourselves a lovely afternoon, and please enjoy the show. And like I said, I've deleted some old Mythia video or Star Kingdom videos, but now I'm not going to because this is actually I remember why I recorded them in the first place. It's because I am I is here and you is there. And once I get rich too, I feel bad. I feel bad for bullying Christian Western Chandler. I mean, that's one of my regrets in life. I mean, I guess I was in a very, very screwed up, very fucked up part of my life where, uh, and even being a team killer is very fucked up and screwed up. So yeah. Thank you for watching my show. I'm gonna be right back. Haven't said that in a while. I have to learn how to say that.